Anya! Welcome to my reaction to Waffle House. I'm watching the Fat E. Well, the Fat Files. I don't know if I should do the full reaction to his Fat Electrician, like the big long ass length reaction, because it's a very, very long. Let's see. America's breakfast through hell or high water. Waffle House. Let's begin.
Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. I actually debated on which channel I was going to upload this video on because on one hand, we're going over a business and the business model that it has. But on the other hand, this restaurant is basically the Roman Colosseum of the South. And I'm pretty sure if you eat there enough, you actually get a deployment patch from the US military. Regardless, I wore my schnazziest tank top for the occasion. Today we're talking about Waffle House. Okay, just to be completely clear with everybody, I was pretty sure I was not going to get caught off guard because Waffle House is already absolutely crazy. I started looking into it and then found out that Waffle House is somehow connected to the Manhattan Project from World War II.
What? Oh no. Waffle House has nukes.
So, they managed to actually surprise me, and we're going to get to it right after a word from our sponsor. Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you one.
Perfect.
All right, I'll go get it now. Love you.
Love you.
Uh-oh.
1 hour later.
Where's that boombox that I asked for?
Oh, it's right here. I got it for you.
That's a gun.
What is this?
The boombox.
No, I wanted something to play music with.
Oh,
that's a gun.
That kind of boombox. Yeah, I got this instead.
Okay, we'll go to the store and get me a boombox so I can listen to music.
Can I keep this one still?
I don't care.
This video is brought to you by DeleteMe, okay? Super simple business model. You give them money, they turn around and they make sure that online data brokers are not selling your personal information online. Okay, here's the deal. Pretty much anytime you use a free service on the internet and you click that little box that says,
that was just
I agree
him
to the
getting a
terms
gun.
and conditions, you've basically just agreed to allow them to harvest as much of your personal information as humanly possible. They then turn around and sell that to online data brokers, and that's how they can afford to offer you a free service. But when you have DeleteMe, they go and they monitor all of these online data brokers for your personal information, and then if they find it, they submit all the opt-out forms on your behalf, so they have to take down and stop selling that information. So when you buy DeleteMe, you're
Can
not
I do it
actually
like a
buying
one
anything.
click
You're just
and then
buying
forget
your way out
about
of all
it?
the negative consequences of all the free shit that you've already got. And because they continue to monitor those data brokers, you're buying yourself out of all the future negative consequences of all the free shit that you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give DeleteMe a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, Waffle House. Our story begins with a gentleman by the name of Tom Faulkner. This man graduated from law school at 23 years old, passed the bar, and immediately gets drafted in 1940 in the days leading up to World War II. Because he graduated from college, he's presented with two different options. He can A, go straight into officer training, and that's a 3-year commitment, or he can just be a normal draftee and go in as an enlisted soldier, and that is a 1-year commitment. Now you got to remember at this point,
I would
in
go
time,
for
like
officer,
1940, while World War II
but then
is
again,
currently
you're
going
like,
on, America's not involved
you don't know how long
yet.
the
attack
war
on
is
Pearl
gonna be.
Harbor has not happened, and prior to the attack on Pearl Harbor, the American people did not want to go.
I would go to
Because
officer
of that,
school if
Tom
you're like
Faulkner
not
figures,
engaged.
hey, we're not actually going off to
I want to be in command, somewhat in command.
war. I don't want to waste.
I don't know if my officer superior is gonna be an asshole or not. So I will be the superior.
my time just being in the military, not actually, you know, fighting a war or whatever. So he chooses to be a draftee. Goes into the military as an enlisted soldier, E1 private. From there, goes off to basic training. As soon as he gets through basic training, the attack on Pearl Harbor ends up happening. America enters the war. He immediately opts to go into OCS training and commits for 3 years.
Damn. It's like, oh, the war started. Might as well go to training school, officer school.
After he completes the officer training course, he actually gets slotted to be a counterintelligence officer where he does, and I quote, a lot of top secret stuff.
You see, my identity must remain mysterious and my mission secret. I cannot reveal it.
Where's that
You
clip
can actually
from?
tell in the interviews that he gave later on in his life, like in his 70s, 80s, and 90s, that he's still not sure what he is and what he isn't allowed to talk about. But he did end up telling us that basically it was his job to try to sneak onto military bases, not as military personnel. So he would basically disguise himself as like a painter or a carpenter or whatever and try to infiltrate a U.S. military base to expose weaknesses with.
Good thing back then they didn't have social media. If so, it would be like, why is this guy showing up on Facebook on every single military site.
in the system to help counteract enemy spies. So he does that for a couple of years, and then one day he ends up getting orders like, hey, you're going to Knoxville, Tennessee. And he's like, okay, for what? And they're like, don't fucking worry about it, just show up. So he shows
Don't
up
worry
in
about
Tennessee
it.
and he's given his orders, and those orders, I'm paraphrasing here, but they're essentially, hey, here's your partner. You two are gonna hop in that truck and you were gonna drive it from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Alamos, New Mexico. You guys are gonna dress in plain clothes. You're not gonna look at what's inside the truck. You're not going to talk about what's inside the truck. You're going to take this map and take that exact route. This route avoids every major city and every major highway. You are going to drive straight there 53 hours straight, taking turns sleeping in the passenger seat and not stopping for any reason
53
whatsoever. And he
hours.
does this
Oh
for
my
the next
God.
year and a half, pretty much non-stop. And then like 20, 30 years after the fact, he finds out that he was actually hauling the majority of the enriched uranium for all of the nuclear testing and the building of nuclear weapons. Which, as we
The
all
hell?
know, brings about the end of World War II, at which point he gets out of the military, moves back home to Atlanta, Georgia, starts helping his dad out with his real estate agency. Now, he does that for about 10 years, and during this time, he ends up selling the house right next door to his to another guy by the name of Joe Rogers, and they pretty much become best friends. Joe Rogers was also an Army veteran. He was actually a pilot that flew B-24s in World War II. When Joe got back home after the war, he did not want to go off to college, so he actually just took the first job that he was offered, being a short order cook at a now defunct restaurant chain known as Toddle House. He worked his way up,
Toddle
becoming a
House.
restaurant manager, then eventually becoming a regional manager. And then one day, his neighbor and best friend, Tom Faulkner, real estate agent, always looking for the next investment, comes to him and is like, hey, I'm thinking about opening up my own restaurant. I can get the real estate deal going on that side. I just wanted to know, like, if I
Can you be
opened
the
up
chef?
and bought a franchise of Toddle House, would you be willing to run it for me? Now, at this point, it's like 1954, 1955. Joe Rogers has a ton of experience inside the restaurant industry, and he basically tells his best friend, like, hey, don't open a Toddle House. You should start your own thing. Toddle House's business model isn't that great. If you start your own restaurant, I will help you run it. He then goes off on vacation with his family, and by the time he comes back, Tom Faulkner has already bought the real estate and comes to Rogers and is like, cool, what's the business we're starting?
Where's Pancake's house?
What?
What?
We stop at Pancake's house.
And
Huh?
within the span of like 6 months, the very first of what is now the
Let's see. Waffle House. Fast, good food. Have dinner with us tonight.
legendary restaurant chain of Waffle House.
T-bone
opens.
steak.
And Waffle House is legendary, probably for all the wrong reasons. I mean, even if you've never been to a Waffle House,
I've
you've
never
heard
been-
about
I wanna go to a Waffle
because,
House.
Well, I mean, Kid Rock got in a fight there. You've got Haley Booth, the viral Waffle House cook, known as the last chairbender.
Damn. Ultra
There's entire
instinct.
subreddits and YouTube channels almost exclusively dedicated to all the fights that break out at Waffle House.
I wanna
remember the
see
first time I went
these
to a
channel
Waffle
later.
House, I stretched first, I grabbed a GoPro, I was ready to yell World Star, Nothing exciting happened. I just had delicious breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is probably 99% of people's experiences because despite all of the negative PR, Waffle House makes a ton of money and has an incredible business model. Okay, Waffle House had about
I haven't seen
$1.4
one yet
billion
in all my trips to
revenue last
America.
year, which is about $650,000 per location. And when you take into consideration that each Waffle House is absolutely tiny, that's really impressive. Out of their 2,100 tiny Waffle House locations, their yearly stats are 58 million cups of coffee,
58 million. Where's the coffee? Here, no. 50. Oh, there's coffee.
124 million waffles,
Waffles.
153 million servings of
Hash
hash browns,
browns.
272 million eggs, which is about 2% of all the eggs consumed in the United States of America, and 85
2%
million
is from
strips of
Waffle House.
bacon. Yes, I did the math. That is about 8,000 miles worth of bacon.
I worry what you just heard was, give me
I'm
a lot
hungry
of
now.
bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
So Waffle House is obviously doing something right. What exactly are they doing? Well, it all comes down to their business model and their branding. Now, with the Waffle House branding, all the negative PR about fights always breaking out at Waffle House, in a way, has actually helped them out a ton because Waffle House,
It's a
by and
PR.
large, is pretty much a regional chain. It's primarily down in
Mainly
the South.
east.
Yet, Waffle House has become a household
Mainly on the east side, southeast side, I guess.
name pretty much everywhere in America. You could have never even seen a Waffle House.
Is there one in New York? I've been to New York, Buffalo, California.
So you already know Waffle House is open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and they serve breakfast. Why do you know they serve breakfast? Because their name is fucking
Waffle.
Waffle House. I mean, look at this sign. You're driving down the road, you see that, you know
They made
everything
dessert
you need
breakfast.
to know. They
Americans
sell
made-
breakfast. The end. Do that with another breakfast place. If you're not from there and you don't know what a Denny's or a Perkins or an IHOP is, you have no idea.
We have Denny's in Canada. I think we have Perkins too. We don't have IHOP.
idea. It's just a restaurant, maybe. Waffle House, they're selling waffles, which means there's like a 99%
Chicken and waffles.
chance they sell other breakfast food. Fucking sold. I'm in. So already the branding is absolutely incredible, but here's the true genius of it. Why did they call it Waffle House? Why didn't they call it Breakfast House or Bacon House or Hash Brown House? It's because waffles had the highest profit margin. I cannot stress to you enough how absolutely genius that is, right? Because you don't need to sell breakfast, all right? Everybody's already in on breakfast, okay? I could be blackout drunk at 4 in the morning and you could ask me, hey, do you want breakfast? I'm coming up like...
Now that like weed is legal, more legalized, all the munchies go to Waffle Houses or any place that's open at like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning.
The only thing open right now is Waffle House. Okay, I was already sold on breakfast from the get-go, but because Waffle House is where we're going, guess what I'm getting? A motherfucking waffle, and they're making more money. It makes sense that Tom Faulkner was a
I want to know, does Waffle House do chicken and waffles?
intelligence officer because the man literally said 2 words and has already subconsciously tricked you into ordering the most expensive thing on the menu that makes him the most money. So
Waffles are the most expensive thing in the menu? Not even steak is less expensive than the waffles? What the hell?
the branding of Waffle House is both simple and brilliant, and the rest of the business model matches that to a T. Okay, all Waffle Houses are like virtually identical. They're very small. They only seat like 30 people, and you can actually see the cook making you your food. Now, at a glance, you're just like, oh, they're just going for
the
that
hash
like
browns look nice.
1950s drive-through type of a vibe, which they are, but there's way more to it than that. Because the restaurant is so small, the kitchen never has the opportunity to get bogged down, meaning that they're moving tables very, very quickly. So instead of having one kitchen and 100 customers, you've got one kitchen and 30 customers, and you can just turn those tables over 3 times faster, which pretty much guarantees that
How
every
busy
customer
is
is
the
gonna
Waffle
get
House?
exactly what they wanted. Okay, they're not going in there for 5-star dining. They're going in there because they're hungry and they want breakfast, and now they're going to get breakfast really quick in a small setting that doesn't feel
That's
like
butter,
a packed restaurant.
butter
where they have
and
to wait
syrup.
in line to
Damn.
be seated.
America's be fat.
And I know what you're thinking. What if one Waffle House just reaches its maximum capacity, right? What if it's just completely full with a line out the door 24/7 every day of the year? Waffle House surely would build a bigger Waffle House, right?
No.
We're going to take the same parking lot, and right next to that first Waffle House, we're going to build a second fucking Waffle House.
What the hell? How, that's 2 Waffle House?
Okay? The plan is
3
working,
Waffle
and if
House.
it's not broke, don't fix it. Which is one of those things that seems dumb,
Just do it in a different neighborhood. Why do you do it next to each other?
but is actually brilliant. So obviously speed is key to this business model, and they've done themselves
Or like then highway intersection.
a big favor with their menu because their menu is overwhelming.
Okay, I want to see this. $5.60. Texas bacon chicken. Oh, that looks yummy. What? These look yummy. Texas bacon BLT. Cheesesteak melt. What's that? Oh, just steak. A sandwich with steak and cheese. Grilled chicken sandwich. Hash browns. This is pretty cheap by Canadian standard. Sirloin steak dinner is only $9. What the hell?
Simple.
Is that still the same price right now?
Okay, it's literally one side of one piece of paper. Okay, the entire
Oh, okay. I can check this out now. Is this the old menu? Eggs, toast, and what is that? Mayonnaise? I don't know. Bacon. This looks good. Hash brown bowl. That looks good. Steak and eggs. Ooh. Cheese and egg, bacon, sausage, or ham.
menu is comprised of like 10 things. They have waffles, sausage, bacon, ham, egg.
Okay, there's no steak. No, there's no chicken and waffles. What's pecan waffle? Okay, it's very, very simple. It's just all
Toast,
breakfast stuff.
Biscuits, gravy, butter, and syrup. Guess how many flavors of syrup they have? 1. It's fucking syrup flavored syrup. The entire menu is
Maple
simple,
syrup.
exactly how it's supposed to be. Oh, sorry, they have hash browns.
Hash browns,
2.
triple.
Sorry, 11 things, not 10. Anyways, moving on. Another reason they do so good is they actually might be the best fast food chain when it comes to taking care of their employees. They pay them higher than average, they have super flexible schedules, and they're one of, if not the only fast food chain that actually offers all their employees healthcare and dental insurance.
Oh my god, that's such a big thing. If I had to work in any restaurant, fast food restaurant, I would pick Waffle House if I lived in America.
Okay, and I know what you're thinking.
And maybe Starbucks. I don't know if Starbucks pays insurance down there.
And you're like, okay, but really, how good are they actually treating the Waffle House employees? I got the one stat that's everything you need to know, okay? Waffle House treats their employees so well that employees are willing to commute into a natural disaster to work at a different Waffle House when the occasion arises. Yeah, Waffle House is...
The employees be dedicated. It's like, I'll be fine. If I get injured, Waffle House got me covered.
Open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they fucking mean it, okay? Whenever...
Damn, even Christmas, Easter, New Year's, 4th of July, in America Day. What's the big one where you can take a day off? Okay, I can't remember.
There's like a hurricane coming or some type of impending natural disaster, Waffle House organizes what they call a jump team, a bunch of Waffle House employees from a different
A jump team. Special Forces Waffle House employees.
region that's going to be unaffected because they know that their local employees are going to be busy taking care of their own family and their own houses during a hurricane. So they bring in teams from outside the region to work inside of a natural fucking disaster, and they're willing to do it.
I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to.
Okay, McDonald's can barely get their employees to show up on a good day, and Waffle House has employees volunteering to commute into a fucking hurricane to make
McDonald's doesn't pay for health insurance.
breakfast. And this is the most impressive part of the business because Waffle House has the best logistics and preparedness of any company I've ever seen ever. The only entity that beats them in logistical capacity is the United States military. Waffle House is literally ready for absolutely anything. Every single Waffle House has
I mean, do they have bulletproof glass?
the playbook inside of it that details exactly how the
Ooh. Pre-season planning, Stormbinder.
staff is supposed to handle literally any type of emergency or situation that could possibly
LED, flashlight, long lighter, 3-compartment sink stoppers, tongs for...
arise. And if for some reason the situation comes across that isn't in that playbook, after it happens, they immediately add it to the playbook. It covers tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, a hole in the road.
I don't think they're not on the west side, but they should include LA fires.
From a branch falling, a car driving into the restaurant.
Damn. What the hell? Only in America.
You can drive a car into Waffle House and they're still planning on staying open. The playbook even has detailed plans for every type of disaster for what the local employees, while they're not working, should go home and do to make sure that their house and their family are safe as well. Every single Waffle House has a backup generator. The stovetop, it runs on propane and they have a bunch of extra propane tanks on hand. Flashlights, candles, batteries, backup water. They have a special menu of what they're able to serve when the water is out and they're running on reserve water. When a Waffle House location is
Buy
going
a lot
to
of
be
water
disaster
bottle.
area, that Waffle House stocks up on extra food, and then all of the neighboring locations in the unaffected area also stock up and stage food there to get them more food when they need it.
Yo, my location's out of steak. I got you, fam. All 5 other Waffle House locations sending in the steak deliveries.
If Waffle House is a standing structure, those motherfuckers are serving breakfast come hell or high water.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving!
Yeah.
Waffle House is so good at this that FEMA uses them to gauge how bad natural disasters really are. Yes, FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, literally uses the Waffle
Internal
House
use only.
Index
Nope.
to gauge how bad a disaster is. Okay, green, Waffle House is running as normal. Yellow, Waffle House is using the backup generator or having to use an altered menu. Red, Waffle House is closed. People are probably already fucking dead by that point.
Damn, the Waffle House standard.
Waffle House is literally the terminator of the fast food industry, okay? The fact that the federal government, probably the most powerful entity on the planet, maybe ever, looks at a chain of restaurants and is like, man, if Waffle House is closed, we need to mobilize the National Guard, is fucking crazy. Now, maybe you guys are thinking the same thing I was at this point in my research, and I'm like, man, I need to invest in this company. I need to see if I can open up my own Waffle House franchise. This company's awesome. And this is where the bad news comes in. I mean, technically you can franchise a Waffle House, but most of us probably can't. The company is privately owned. It's not on the stock market. It's still owned by the families of the original 2 founders. And while they do allow franchises, they are super picky about who they let buy in to have a franchise, and they make it very, very expensive to buy in to make sure this is actually what you want. And while that is unfortunate,
Damn.
I think it's
I'm broke.
actually kind of awesome. It's
I
a
can't bring
company that
Waffle House to
actually
Canada
has
anyways.
morals and cares about their image more than they care about next quarter's profits, okay? It's a company that has committed themselves to making breakfast under any circumstances, and they're gonna see that through till the very end, even though they could probably make way more money by just selling franchises and letting whoever the fuck throw up a Waffle House. And now for the fairy tale ending, Joe and Tom worked together as best friends for 62 years.
Oh my god, these guys are the best bros. I want my best bro to be like that. Best friends for 62 years.
To build Waffle House into what it is today. They both passed away at the ages of 97 and 98, and
Damn. Together?
now Waffle House and their legacy lives on as that company is still being operated by their kids, and that is the American dream. Get together with one of your best friends, pick a goal, even if it's something as simple as serving breakfast to people, and never let anything get in between you and achieving your goal, even hurricanes and floods and natural disasters.
Since they're both dead, who's in charge? Which one of their kids is in charge? What happens if one kid gets more control of the other than the other?
Apparently, work with your best buddy for 62 years straight and then die together and
Oh, they died together.
hand it off to your kids. In conclusion, Waffle House is the most American company ever, and that's why I love it. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Then okay, is there gonna be something at
Just
the end?
2 homies that dedicated their life to serving my drunk ass breakfast at 3 a.m. I'm gonna get teary-eyed next time I go to a Waffle House.
Dun. Thank you for watching. Watch the original video. I keep on forgetting to say that for these kind of videos. And let me know if you like anything else for me to react. I am brain dead. I am tired and brain dead. I don't know. I will find something eventually to react to. If you like my shit, like and subscribe. Do it. Do it now.